Hello, welcome back. So, been away from the channel for a little bit. If you've been watching some of my early videos, had a flood in the basement. I'm gonna make this a very long story short. Had a flood in the basement. Everything had to come out of the basement. Hobby area gone. So now that that is all done and repaired, got to rebuild my hobby area. So hobby area is back in business. This took significantly longer than I thought it would because of the amount of work involved in the rest of the basement. I also took the time, since everything was gone, I figured, how often do you get to set up an area for yourself starting from a clean slate? And my slate was very clean down to the new epoxy floor. So rather than just putting everything back, I figured this is my chance to redo things the way I really wanted to have them, for one, and two, didn't necessarily have the opportunity to make it so in the past because it meant a ton of work. And well, the basement flood took care of that because there was no choice in the matter. So, not going to talk a whole lot here. Going to take the camera off the mount now and do a little handheld filming to show you how this all looks. I'm not doing this, to brag, look at my hobby area, but just to give you an idea. I did a video after the basement flood talking about how you can do your hobby in a very small, even a temporary area. But now that I have everything built here, I want to show you some options you could consider if you have a more permanent place to work, and maybe a few little extras to even dress it up a little bit. So, going to do that now. In the meantime, as always, all the usual YouTube stuff. Thank you for watching and subscribing, liking, sharing, all of that dandy stuff. So, going to take the camera off the mount and we'll be right back. Okay, so this is coming down the stairs into the basement. This is all new cabinetry that I built here. Work has stalled on the last little piece I need to build. That's why the circular saw is still on the floor there, but got the little mini fridge moved over there from where it used to be. Games, puzzles, got that stuff. Built a new door for my actual tool cabinet. And then walking over here, new carpeting that I had to put down, area rug, because obviously the old carpet was gone. And here we go, the desk. Now before we get into that, I did a video on Hobby Stash, your kits. So I redid this whole area back here, and just with a very simple $2 shower curtain, there's the stash. And I get to keep that all tucked away and out of view, so I'm not looking at clutter. I hate looking at clutter, even though a hobby area has a certain amount of inherent clutter. Try to keep it to a minimum. Now, straight ahead here, this is new. I built a display case for all my Gundams, and there we go. Added a light in there and more space for storing some kits underneath down there. And then over there I just got some storage bins. All my spare parts are in there, labeled them so I know what I have and, more importantly, where I have it. Got one of my basement windows there, so get some natural lighting in here. And then we get back to the actually hobby area. Now, this shelving looks familiar. This is all new. Well, this is all new over here. This I retrofitted from the old hutch I had built on the side of the table. And there must be a delivery man because the dog is going crazy. So, um, but now I have more shelving than I used to. I added a little shelving piece right there since the Gundams are now in their case. And then underneath the table, I built a little hutch for all my spray paints. Everything's off the floor. And another thing I did, which I thought was a nice little addition, I added some undershelf lighting. So I have lighting over there and then over here as well. So lots of spaces to build new stuff. And while I'm sitting here, as I often do, I just like to look at things I've built and enjoy them. You know, if you're going to spend all this time in a hobby building stuff, you better know how to enjoy what you do. So there we go. So it's all good to go. It's all ready. And now I can get back to building. Now, you may notice this guy right here, the RX-78, the original Gundam in Master Grade version 3.0. Going to do a little separate video about him. And then over here was the kit I was working on when the flood happened. So this is the Galaxy Models Chevy Fleet Master. So going to get back to doing that now that I have paints back out and my garage is not full of stuff, so I can actually do some spray painting. And then I have all these shelving areas now. I can start filling up with models. So, built models. There we go. So, cool beats. All right, that's all. So, thank you for watching. I'm going to do a little video talking about this guy after this. I didn't record the building of him. There's a story behind that, which I will not get into too much detail because it involves the current status of my health, which is why I am talking somewhat slowly. But that is a different story, and hopefully, just like the basement, that too will get back on track. So, that's it for now. Again, thank you for watching, and in the meantime, as always, enjoy your hobby. Alrighty.